Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shut Door or Door Shutter, coming back to you with a brand new episode of the Direwolf20 1.7 mod pack. Today is episode 8, and before we get into this, I just wanted to say thank you guys for 600 subscribers. That is an absolute insane number, and I am so appreciative of you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching the content. It has been amazing the last few months seeing all of the people come in and comment, and it's just awesome. And, I won't go too much further into this because, of course, we have some Minecraft to play, so let's get into this. So today I've actually went ahead and I've got some enhanced energy conduits and then, of course, just normal item conduits. The recipes are energetic alloy, which is just gold, redstone, and glowstone. And then the item conduit is pulsating iron ingots, which is this recipe here, which is iron and ender pearl, which is fantastic. So I also went ahead. Let's see here. Let's grab the range upgrades, grab this stuff. I made the 4 survivalist generators, and I also went ahead and made a manual sword for Tinkers, which has a paper tool rod, which gives you writable, which actually gives you a modifier. Obsidian wide guard gives you reinforced 3, and the manual and sword blade. This definitely ain't the best sword. I haven't upgraded it in any capacity. I literally made it just before the episode started. But yeah, let's get into this here. So, if you guys don't know, Minefactory Reloaded was actually kind of featureless compared to Industrial Foregoing. This is all you get, right? Of course, there is the sheer leaves, sheer shrooms, but there is no actual range look. Like, you can't tell where this is actually going. So we're going to have to kind of guess here, which is fine. I think I've got this to the right radius, but we'll see. So let's get our upgrades in here and let's get our generators set down. So I think what we'll do is we're going to have our generators probably... Actually, I want to put them in the floor here. Oh, I need to make furnaces. I forgot about that as well. So let me actually make some furnaces because we're going to need to make charcoal. And I think what we'll do is we'll have the survivalist generators here, and then the furnaces probably here, maybe 1, 2, 1, 2, and then the logs coming in, and then we're gonna have to figure this out. Let me get the furnaces that we need, which I believe we want to look at some sort of electric furnace. So let's go see this real quick. Completely running around the wrong side of my house, but it's okay. So we have the redstone furnace from thermal. This one right here. Of course, this is the resonant one. We can ignore that. The machine frames, the way this worked back in the day was machine frames have different tiers. This was, of course, changed to kits later on, and then the integral components currently. So we could look at this. We've got the redstone furnace. I mean, we could just look up straight up furnace and see what we have as well. Industrial craft, thermal expansion, factorization, Thaumcraft. Okay, it looks like we probably want to go with redstone furnace then for right now. We do have the furnace heater though. We'll just go redstone. Okay, so for the redstone furnace, we're gonna need the basic tier, I believe. Yeah, this one right here, which is just the kind of normal recipe that we're used to from thermal today. Let's get that. Let's get some tin and stuff here. Okay, so 10 blocks, perfect. And we're gonna need, what, 4 of these, I think I said? I mean, we could just go with 2 of them, but for right now. So 4 of those, and we'll need to get some glass. And the more I play this, the more I realize how many improvements have been made on modern Minecraft, like legitimately. And it's so cool to see that, just because it doesn't really seem like there's been a whole lot of quality of life improvements through the years. But from 1.7 to 1.12 even, there is so many major improvements. And it's absolutely just amazing to see how many have been made over the years. And I can't wait to see what they do in the future. Alrighty, so we've got the redstone furnaces here, And we're going to clear configuration by shift clicking on the center interface there. And actually, I think what we'll want to do is we'll want to rotate these guys to kind of face the same direction. And then we'll have the output be left and right. So left on one side, right on the other. And then the input, we'll do top. Okay. And so what we're going to try and do here is basically have our output and our energy, which if you didn't know, one of the cool things about EnderIO is the ability to put more than one conduit in a block. That's why I'm using the EnderIO conduits, because there's so much, they're just fantastic in my opinion. So we're going to do item conduits here. Okay. And here, we're going to do insert, 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 insert. We're going to do channel brown on these, actually. And then here, without signal, on channel brown without signal. Oh, did not mean to do that. Oh, goodness gracious. You actually, I believe you can... The Yeta wrench is a little bit better for this. Let's just break that for a second. Okay. So yeah, we can just right click on this. Channel brown without signal. Channel brown without signal. And then here, insert, channel brown. Here, channel brown. Perfect. And then, of course, right here. So that way, we're only inserting into those, and we're not pulling it out or anything like that. And then at the end... Alrighty. So I've also then just placed the energy cables. And on this one, I've done insert channel brown -10. So this is the last place that charcoal will go. I believe. That should be it. It either is negative or positive. Not 100% sure. But I placed the energy cables here. We can click on these. We'll just do in and out for now. And then here, we can actually set this to insert on the power side. Man, I forgot how fantastic the EnderIO cables were. And then, of course, also you can see that these are set to that, which is fantastic. And then up here, let's drop this down. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. And then we're also going to drop down this cable, but we're not going to do... Actually, let's run it here first. We're going to need to go grab a filter before we do anything, and it looks like I'm going to need another set of these cables. But we want to get a filter because we want to make sure saplings are only being funneled into this. So let's go quickly grab that. I'm actually going to do this instead. Okay, let's go grab some of these cables. All right, so real quick, making a filter. It's a hopper and 4 paper to make a basic filter. Of course, there is an actual advanced filter as well, but I'm just grabbing a basic one. But the advanced one is a little bit more expensive, so we're not really there yet, but that's okay. So down here, I need to grab the ender pearls that I have in here, and we should be able to make sure this is alloys only, because there is actually a smelting recipe for ender pearls. Just be careful, because I accidentally smelted down 2 ender pearls. So, okay, it looks like we should be able to kind of get this iron and chuck it in here. Oop, not chuck it on the floor. Where did that just go? Okay, it's in my inventory. Let's actually see if we can get another hopper here. See if that's a possibility real quick. Do this, do that, there. Perfect. And then we'll just do that. And that's all of our iron. This should all smelt down. I don't know if we have enough lava for this, actually. Oh, and we don't have diet hoppers. Ugh. Oh, well. We'll figure that out in a second. Okay. Pulsating iron. Let's go upstairs. This should be enough for what we needed. And I believe I actually have some nuggets up here anyway. So I really didn't need to make more, but it's probably not a bad idea in the first place. Let me actually go make sure we don't waste all of our ender pearls. Yeah, let me save one ender pearl at least. Okay, so I've got these placed. Let's right click. Let's insert on green, insert on green, and then insert on green. So with the filter, I'm actually going to need to access this here. Actually, what am I doing? If we just become a wisp real quick, we should be able to just fly through this gap. There we go. Perfect. So with the filter, we should be able to insert this, and then let's actually go grab an oak sapling here. I need to go through... See, the wisp is kind of strange, because it seems like the wisp doesn't always work. Let's try... What other creatures do we have in here? Oh, a tiny slime. Can I get through this gap with a tiny slime? I can. Okay, back to player. Let's see here. So I need to get an oak sapling. I should have a handful in the base. 6. That's kind of weak on the amount I have, but that's okay. I'll probably need to cut down these trees and see about getting a few more. Alright. And then, of course, we want to actually have a different type of item extraction as well, so we'll need to look at that. Okay, I think I'm just going to build like a little walk behind right here, so I can actually just get over here quicker. Alright, saplings. Let's make sure we whitelist them. And then let's do that. Okay, so now what we need to do is basically get this thing started. And I'm kind of wondering... I should probably place down this chest here. And then I'm going to say that on insert, we're going to have this as like a -10 priority. So that everything else should be populated first. So we'll change these to 5. Come on. It's a little finicky, but that's okay. Okay. Priority 5, and then let's priority 5 this one as well. So what that should mean is that this should get everything that's not... everything that is not logs and saplings first, I would assume. Because it might try to push other things here, but I think it should be smart enough to just collect logs. If it's not, we'll need to get 4 hoppers and... what is that? 16 paper? To get the rest of this. Come on. Alright. So let me get, I think, some coal, and we'll try and get this stuff started here. So, 4 stacks of coal. Where's the coal going? Oh, it's because I was shift right-clicking, or shift-clicking on it. And remember, that only gives you 1 piece. It's the opposite of the modern one, of like the storage drawers or functional storage or whatever. That's alright. Okay. I actually need to be cautious that that creeper doesn't come over here. So let's quickly just do this. Put the filter on real fast. So this is actually not receiving power because I did not place down power cables. Might help if I do that. Perfect. And that way, should start be producing that. Okay. And it looks like this is actually a decent radius. Fantastic. So what we should be waiting on now, of course, is for things to grow. Because it placed all its saplings it could. So let's go grab some bone meal real fast. And let's see if we can get this thing kind of started and see how this actually interacts with with the world, because I really don't know. I know Industrial Foregoing really has improved upon Minefactory Reloaded's original concept so much, and I really don't know how well this mod works anymore. Because I know in the early versions of Industrial Foregoing, it was actually quite similar to Minefactory Reloaded. When it even added add-ons, they were quite different than what they are in the current version. So that's something to keep in mind. Oh, that kind of scared me. Whoa, I jumped a little bit there. And I don't remember if in this version sludge actually slowed the machine down. It may have in this version. Because if it does, we're going to need to get rid of it. Ash? Oh, you are doing that. Okay. Filters. Filters are what I need. It's smelting saplings. That's okay. We will grab a couple of these. Looks like I'm going to need some more iron. Let's put the 10 blocks away here. Okay. So... oh, I don't actually have any iron. Okay, I'm going to need to access this then. Turn this on for a second. So what I'll need to do is I'll need to go get some lava as well. Because, of course, I don't have any. Which might take a little bit, but that'll be fine. Alright, so we're filtering these redstone furnaces to have just logs. That is all done. So now what we should be able to do is see charcoal coming out of these, which is fantastic. And of course we'll have the coal in there, and this will build up. We may want to have it to where this actually is in and out. Brown, always active. And then that way it'll always push out whenever there's no fuel, but it'll also be an eternal buffer kind of situation. Alrighty, so I had to mess with this a little bit more because there were some issues with it. The priority stuff, I'm not 100% sure how it works because I had this on like -10. It was still receiving items that I think it shouldn't have, such as the saplings and logs. So what I've done is I've actually just done an insert and extract in and out on this, and that way if logs and saplings do go in here, they'll immediately get pulled out by filters and all of that stuff. So this is getting saplings. This is working now, which is fantastic. So we are currently waiting for this to start cutting down stuff. It looks like it goes for the leaves first, which is fine. And hopefully we'll get this fully up and going. The coal's still running. Everything is still going. Let's see here. Let's go to sleep real fast. Let's work on getting the sword upgraded. I think that's what I said I was going to do this episode as well. So let's see. So the sword. I probably want to get moss, but I don't have that currently. I don't think. Oh, actually, I do have one thing of moss. So let's put this on the sword. And I think... is that the only modifier slot we have, though? Yeah, because the writer. We could do something else, but I think for right now, actually, I have reinforced on there, so I'm not too worried about this breaking. So let's actually grab some quartz. And if you don't know, quartz is actually the sharpness modifier for tinkers. So let's actually grab a few more quartz blocks here. Okay. And of course we can go grab quartz from the nether. I'm not too worried about it. Alright. How much more do we need? A little bit more. Okay. But this will bring this up to, it looks like we are a total of 6 hearts. And let me go grab some more quartz real fast, and we should be able to get this a little bit higher. Alrighty, so I've maxed out the quartz on this. Of course, we'll want to get more. Let's see, let's put this away real fast. And then I think the next thing is we just need to get this up a few levels, which I think is this version the one that gives you like the head modifiers and stuff? Let's see. Oh, there's armor modifiers? What is that? There are armor modifiers. I don't remember this. Tinker's armor, huh? It looks kind of funny, too. What is it called? I know there's the wooden armor. Oh, here it is. The traveler's suit. Okay. I forgot they put this in here. I think they took it out versions later. Huh. Anyway, we're not worried about that right now. I'm worried about modifiers. So let's go through here. Keep going. So, of course, diamond, emerald, redstone, moss, molten, making the moss, making the molten, lapis, quartz, increases attack damage, has less of an effect on tools with piercing properties, like rapier, I bet. This is actually how you get fortune or looting. Let's see, this is lifesteal. This is fire aspect, silk touch, reinforced, knockback. What is this one? Beheads? Oh, so this is just beheading. We'll get a cleaver for that one. This is probably something we want to do sooner or later. Put a flux capacitor on top of our tool so we can just repair it with flux. Probably not a bad idea. Tools must have at least 1/100th of battery capacity and durability. Okay. So here's the additional modifiers. So adds an additional modifier with a diamond and a gold block, an enchanted golden apple, and a diamond. Here, let me write this down real quick so we don't have to just like scroll through some click through, because we can't even scroll like we usually can. So let me write these down. And then a nether star is the next tier. Okay. So what's after that? That's the creative modifier, I believe. Yeah. Okay. So those are the three. All right. And if we wanted to, we could actually go ahead and work on getting one of these. So, for example, we could go for the diamond and gold block one. Let's see. So I think we can make enchanted golden apples in this version. Oh, that did not work. Let's look up golden apple. I thought there was a cheaper way to make these with tinkers, but it is in the wrong version, apparently. So let's make an enchanted one. Let's make a block of diamond. And let's go for this. I think I want to do this on the sword. Or do I want to do this on my pickaxe? Well, I'll probably do it on my pickaxe later. Okay. So this on a sword. And I think what we'll do is lapis. And the reason I'm thinking lapis is because while attack damage would be great, I do want to have looting, so we can just get better drops and stuff, ender pearls, all that stuff. So let's go for this. Man, I forgot how much lapis you need for this. So we're probably gonna need to get a little bit more lapis through mining. And remember, this version, lapis is actually as rare or rarer than diamonds. So that's a thing to keep in mind. But good thing we have fortune and a hammer to actually be able to find all of that stuff. Oh. I don't know what that slot actually is for. How much are we at? Almost there? We need what? 90 more? Okay. But with that, we're going to actually do this on our pickaxe. Do I really want... I want to put an emerald on this. I don't really need that. But I think for like this would be required. So let's go for that. And so we'll have an extra modifier slot. And then... So this currently has looting 2 on it, which is fantastic. So let me wrap up this episode here. We've got a little bit of tool stuff done. Let's go check our tree farm before we do anything else. Okay, so this is currently the tree farm. I really need to get some stuff figured out. It looks like we have at least one piece of wood coming in there, which is fantastic. It's definitely growing. You can see how much more saplings we have, and that is a fantastic thing to see. So, thank you guys so much for watching another fantastic episode of the Direwolf20 1.7 mod pack. It has been a blast getting the tree farm going, messing with EnderIO conduits, and seeing what they can offer, because honestly, it's such a fantastic thing to see EnderIO back in the day. And of course, even Minefactory Reloaded. Thank you. Stay awesome. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.